May I ask a question about your when you go away for your training?
Sure, go ahead.
I was just wondering if we will continue to have these moments in the morning with meditation. I didn't know if someone would be taking your place.
It's possible that we'll try to organize when I'm away to have more community-led events. But most of the members of the community here are not monastics, and they have, their own schedules and things like that. But to the degree that you would like to support or to hold the space here, then you'll be able to when I'm away. Okay.
Thank you.
See, we have about 10 people over on YouTube, so you can say hello. You can leave a comment and say hello there in the live chat. And we will also have some time for questions at the end of our session together. So anyone who does have questions and makes it through, then they can ask at the end. Hello, Fakery and Ricky. Hoalu, Kanagawati, and Matthew over on YouTube. And love and peace. Hello, Sonia.
Bonjour. Hello.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Comment ça va?
Ah ben ça va très bien, merci beaucoup. Et vous?
Bien. Bien.
Formidable.
Yeah.
Super.
Hello, Joel. And Spiral over on YouTube, and Bea from down under, from Australia, perhaps. If you are one of the people who happen to be coming across this on TikTok, please hop over to YouTube if you want to join for the meditation. That's the much better, less distracted way to join. Hello, Disc. Okay, Moss is joining over on YouTube, and Lee Grant and Mahaswari. Hello. And Michelle also over on YouTube. So today we are going to be focusing more on the meditation side of Zen, or the practice side of Zen. What that's going to mean is that there's much less to be entertained by in terms of teachings or stories or um, kind of like guidance and meditation. And there's a lot more to be endured, to be faced. So when we have less things that are supporting us or informing us from the outside, we have more things that are kind of coming up inside, more internal conditions that we have to deal with, ameliorate, face, be with. And the joy of Zen is that we're always facing these conditions, these experiences from a place of detachment, from a place of the beginner's mind. So it's really that we are stepping into a worldview that is totally arising from this present moment experience that's happening right now. And so there may be past experiences that come up, there might be worries that come up, confusions, a feeling of difficulty that can arise, or a feeling of relaxation to where you fall asleep. We don't want to focus on any of that. We don't want to get involved with any of that as we practice meditation. Rather, it's this way of moment by moment facing our direct lived human experience and giving attention to ourselves in a way of healing, acceptance, and gentleness, no matter what comes up, no matter what we've done or what we could do or what we did today. It's all about this present moment. And from touching and connecting more and more fully and deeply with this present moment, primarily through our breathing, we heal, we send out this kind of non-discriminatory awareness to the past and to the future in all directions. So that's kind of the theme of our meditation practice today. Because we are focusing more on meditation, because there will be more silence, you can expect that you will have more difficulty, that it's not as easy to get through it. But try to take advantage of that difficulty stemming from a place of present moment awareness and facing and being with the breath. In our lives, there are plenty of difficult situations that are going to come up, so we shouldn't shy away from difficulty or shy away from this way of approaching whatever we happen to be experiencing non-judgmentally and with a quality of the mind to endure, to be with, to not just tuck tail and run the other direction because of an appearance, because of a particular condition that happens to come up or arise. It's just like we've recently been reading in this book about this book on healing trauma through mindfulness, of how we kind of abuse our bodies so much. We eat this, we don't eat that, we do this, we don't do that, we drink, we smoke, the body is going through all of this difficulty and stress and trauma. We don't sleep enough, we sleep too much. But somehow the body heals. It doesn't care what we do to it. The body heals. The body calms and refreshes and comes back to this place of balance. So our meditation is just like we do this with the mind. And how do we do this with the mind? By primarily giving this much needed attention to our body. We see through the eyes of the body. We hear through the ears of the body, the hearing itself, the seeing itself, the bodying itself, the awareness itself, not the conditions which come up in our mind, which are ever changing and frankly not really in our control so much of the time. So it's that we take on this position of healing rather than this position of fixing or solving or getting anything or getting rid of anything. the joy of meditation is that there's nothing to solve, there's nothing to fix, there's nothing to change. It is acceptance without boundary. It is facing without a need for a harshness or a judgment or even a intellect. It's just to face, it's just to be with. And we practice all that from a very simple, very direct meditation method. And during the entire practice of our meditation, we stay with, we emphasize compassion, we emphasize gentleness, we emphasize love to ourselves, and then we just stay with the body. We stay with our meditation method. And whatever comes up, we face that through our meditation method and a sense of gentleness, relaxing, calming, refreshing, restarting, healing, whatever it is. So it's taking that motherly or sometimes fatherly kind of parental embrace of whatever comes up that is loving kindness, even at the risk of our own lives, being ready to die in this meditation, that we are more willing to die, we're more willing to lose everything than we are to get caught up in some kind of self-abuse or some kind of roughness or judgmentalness. But it's just this way of facing reality. Okay, and then we kind of see that reality is not what it appears to be. It's not our stories, it's not our beliefs, it's not our fault, but it's this kind of present moment experiencing that we can connect with and that we can touch right here and now. Okay, does anyone have any questions?
As we go through these challenges, being not entertained, but things arise, tiredness, sleepy feelings, various emotions, and so on. We're not to push them away or engage, just what would be our focus, our focal point.
Right. So the focal point is always coming back to the breath. It's always coming back to our meditation method, which I will kind of share or give as we start the meditation. I'll offer some beginning guidance. But we just always come back to the meditation method. We always come back to the breath as it flows in and flows out. There are other meditation methods, but awareness of the breath as it is flowing in and flowing out, awareness of the body as a whole is something we can continuously come back to and stay with for the full period of the meditation. Keeping in mind that we're not trying to achieve something, we're not trying to get something out of this experience, but it's a facing, it's a being with. Using the tool of our meditation method. Okay. So first and foremost, let's find a meditation position that is a comfortable and stable position for your body. It can be very supportive and very helpful if your legs are crossed. They don't need to be. Can also be very helpful and supportive if your back is up straight, if your spine is straight but relaxed. So kind of a strong back in some ways, but relaxed. And then a front that is soft. So your stomach, your chest is open, and your stomach is soft. It's open. There's no controlling that area, but it's just that you let the breath happen naturally, and you let the breath flow in and flow out easily. So finding that comfortable, stable meditation position, we can close our eyes and take a moment to scan through the body with our attention. So we can start at our head area, very top of the head. Breathing and scanning through the body down into our forehead and our eyes and face. The sides of the head, the back of the head, and inside and out. Just checking in and seeing if there's any tension there, any tightness that's there. Whatever you notice, relax that. Try to relax it. And if you can't relax, just accept. Continue noticing and breathing. So our awareness, the inside and the out of the head. Going down into our neck and shoulders and arms. Making sure that everything is comfortable and in the right position for us. Any tension or tightness that we notice along the way, just relaxing that, releasing. And also as we need, we can adjust our neck, our shoulders, our awareness moving down into the chest and the torso, the heart area, the rib cage, the back. Just breathing and noticing anything in this area. Our attention moving down into the lower back and the stomach. Make sure that however you're breathing, that you're not judgmental about it. If your breath feels tight, that's okay. If your breath feels deep or shallow, that's okay. Just let the breath be however it needs to be right now without any judgment. Our awareness flowing down into the pelvis, into the butt area, the groin area and the thighs. all the way down into our knees and calves, our ankles, and finally down to our feet. If you notice that there is something in your posture or position that is painful or not comfortable, take a moment to change it. We want to start off as comfortably as we can. And now bringing our attention to an overall sense of the body sitting here. Especially becoming aware of the breath as it flows in deeply through the nose and flows out. Feeling the breath, the effect that the breath has on the body. Feeling the breath in the body. Allowing the breath to find a natural rhythm of flowing in and flowing out. Whenever the mind becomes involved with anything at all, just bring your attention back to the breath as it flows in and flows out. Breathing and feeling our awareness in the body. Becoming aware of just sitting here, just breathing and being aware. As we relax in meditation, it's quite easy to fall into a sleepy or a dull state. So remember to stay close with the breath, with being aware, and to the degree that you relax, be aware, be present to what's happening. As we hear this bell of mindfulness, we are invited to take this opportunity for meditation, not to zone out, not even to relax, but to truly face, to truly be with this present moment, and to know for ourselves what is happening right now. whatever comes up, not to get much involved. Just sit, just breathe, just be aware. all kinds of experiences and conditions can arise in the mind during meditation. Just come back. Just sitting, breathing, and aware. Okay, so at this time we can take a bow, and you can massage your face, your head. Okay, so would anyone like to share or ask a question?
I will share something today. Normally, when I meditate, I don't get very tired, but today it just seems like I'm just kind of dragging. I'm very, very tired today. I don't know if it's just because it's the end of the week coming up, but I'm just very tired.
Okay, thank you. That's normal for anyone, for everyone. Get tired sometimes, energized sometimes, so that the meditation isn't about certain experience, but a certain consistency in showing up to being tired, to all the different kind of states that we can fall into.
I had a question.
Okay.
So, in mindfulness in plain English, I think it's been a while, but I think um, he says to kind of follow the breath, no matter what kind of breath it is, and try not to like change the breath at all. And I'm reading another meditation guide now called With Each and Every Breath. And he advocates what he calls playing with the breath. And I think it's to help you like retain focus on the breath because you can change the way you're breathing and it might help you stay focused or if you're getting distracted. I was wondering if both those approaches are valid and if they're trying to accomplish different things. um, are they just different tools in the toolbox to use at different times, or is one better?
Yeah, so experiment with this aspect of your practice. The better one, the higher one, is that you're less and less, you're more and more aware, but you're less and less involved in what's going on. So you're less self-identified with how you're breathing, for example. So maybe it's breathing deep, breathing shallow, breathing fast, breathing slow, whatever it is, you're not identified with it. It's just happening. It just becomes a happening. So mindfulness in plain English is more pointing towards that, whereas the other one you mentioned is kind of talking about the getting involved in the practice, and both of those are okay, to keep your attention, to keep your focus on the breath. And really they're not so different, because if you are playing with the breath, you're not stuck on controlling your breath or judging how you're breathing, which is a real problem. We feel like we're breathing, our stomach is tight, or we feel like we're breathing too shallow, we're breathing too deep, whatever. And then it gets in the mind, gets in the head about how we're breathing. It doesn't matter how you're breathing. It's just to be aware of your breath. And if you can experiment with your breathing and that helps you to be aware of your breathing, then that's a good technique to use.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Luke. Anyone else have a question or something to share? Okay, so let's check on YouTube. We will just to wrap up and to end with a few sadhus, so we can all say sadhu together 3 times, which means wonderful, excellent, good job. So we can all bring our hands together. Okay, you can chant along with me. Sadhu. 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 Okay, thank you all for joining me. Be happy, be peaceful, and be patient and be gentle. Okay, take care.